The film opens with the Wang family happily singing karaoke in a mirror until they disappear. Cut ahead to the present day inside the hectic home of the Wang family. Evelyn and her husband Waymond are putting together documents for an audit, preparing a big birthday party for Evelyn's formerly estranged father Gong Gong, and running a struggling laundromat they own. Evelyn is too busy to talk to Waymond and angrily rips googly eyes off wherever she finds them stuck to places in the laundromat. Their rebellious daughter Joy arrives with her girlfriend Becky. Evelyn and Joy have a strained relationship, and they argue about Joy's tattoos and whether she should come out to Gong Gong as he is elderly and curmudgeonly. Joy thinks her mom is using Gong Gong as an excuse and that Evelyn herself is really uncomfortable with her daughter's sexuality. Gong Gong walks into the room where Evelyn introduces Becky as Joy's very good friend. Gong Gong critiques Joy for her lack of Chinese language skills, and Evelyn tells Joy she's getting too fat. Everyone is too busy to notice Waymond seemingly being possessed and performing martial arts for a brief few minutes. Waymond, Evelyn, and Gong go to the IRS offices the next day to meet with their auditor. While in the elevator on the way to the appointment, Waymond is again possessed. He explains that he is a Waymond from another universe who has inhabited her husband on this earth and says the multiverse is in danger. He writes a note to her with instructions to read when out of the elevator before leaving Waymond's body. This family meets with their auditor, a woman named Deirdre. Deirdre says that the family's actions could be construed as fraud. As the meeting continues, Evelyn reads the note written by Alt Waymond. It tells her to switch her shoes, put in an earpiece, and then imagine teleporting to a janitor's closet. She does so and ends up in another one of her bodies in another universe. Along with the Alt Waymond, the connection is tenuous as Evelyn keeps cutting between her conversation with Deirdre and Alt Waymond. Alt Waymond explains he's from a universe called the Alphaverse. There, they were able to master multiversal teleportation using a mapping program that tracks branch universes. In addition to teleporting into the body of an alt-universe version of themselves, they can also learn the skills and knowledge of any alt-universe person they inhabit. In order to teleport, the traveler must do something out of the ordinary to harmonize themselves with an alt-universe bodies. He says an evil multidimensional traveler named Jobu Tupaki intends to bring chaos to the multiverse, and that Evelyn is the only one with enough innate goodness to stop Jobu. He notes that Jobu has been going through the multiverse killing versions of Evelyn, but thinks this Evelyn is the chosen one. At that moment, an alternate version of Deirdre appears and murders the bodies Alt Waymond and Evelyn are inhabiting, sending them both back to their original bodies. Evelyn awakens to Deirdre agreeing to give them until that night to provide more documentation for their audit. Evelyn, still shocked by her experience in the alternate realm, punches Deirdre. Deirdre calls security, forcing Alt Waymond to inhabit Waymond's body and beat them up with his martial arts skills. This activity draws Jobu's notice. It's revealed that Jobu is none other than Joy from the Alphaverse. Alt Waymond explains that in the Alphaverse, Evelyn pushed Joy too far in exploring the multiverse to the point where she is able to travel the multiverse at will, experience all realities simultaneously, and alter reality. The criticism and multiversal awareness drove Joy mad, leaving her with the belief that nothing is important given the infinite possibilities out there and the brevity of life. She developed a weapon that Alt Waymond believes will destroy the universe. He hopes Evelyn can stop this. Alt Deirdre inhabits Deirdre's body and attacks. Alt Waymond instructs Evelyn how to tap into a universe where she is a martial arts master. Evelyn is unable to do this, so Alt Waymond abandons her, thinking he made a mistake, that she was the chosen one. However, Evelyn is eventually able to travel and tap into her martial arts alternate skills. With her fighting prowess, Evelyn defeats Alt Deirdre, but is then arrested along with Waymond. However, the police are attacked by Jobu and killed in gruesomely cartoonish ways. A terrified Evelyn tries to tap into a power to fight Jobu, but in her panic accesses the skills from a world where everyone there evolved to have hot dog face. They are only saved when Jobu takes a special interest in this Evelyn, sharing some of her experiences with her and showing Evelyn a glimpse of her endgame. Suddenly, Alphaverse's Gong Gong ambushes Jobu. Jobu decides to journey to the Alphaverse to confront them there. Alt Wayman returns to Wayman's body and argues with Alt Gong Gong about what they should do. Alt Gong Gong wants to have Joy killed, while Jobu is distracted because that will block Jobu's ability to enter this universe. Alt Wayman opposes this, believing Evelyn can save everyone. Ultimately, Evelyn sides with Alt Waymond and Alt Gong 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 calls in people from the Alphaverse to kill the trio, believing they have all been infected by Jobu in order to defeat them. Evelyn ends up drawing experiences from her doubles in various universes where she's a martial artist, singer, hibachi grill cook, a maid, and sign spinner. Combining all these abilities allows her to be a formidable She defeats Alt Gong Gong's minions, including in an excellent fight involving butt plugs. Meanwhile, Jobu kills Alt Waymond in his body. Jobu returns and Evelyn prepares to fight her, but the strain of combining too many alternate skills at once causes Evelyn to die from the stress. Jobu seems disappointed, and Waymond is devastated. Evelyn's consciousness travels across the multiverse, experiencing the various lives she took skills and knowledge from. We also learn in a universe where Evelyn decides not to get involved and just goes home to do her taxes that Waymond doesn't really want a divorce, but wanted to do something to force Evelyn to discuss their growing apart. Eventually, Evelyn is able to channel her spirit back into her dead body and resurrect herself. She runs back to her home where she confronts Joy and forces Jobu to emerge. Evelyn tries to fight Jobu, but Jobu uses her immense powers to overwhelm Evelyn. Jobu then brings Evelyn to her base. There she reveals her device is an everything bagel, i.e. a bagel-shaped object upon which Joy has affixed everything in the universe. By looking into it, the viewer can experience all reality at once. She forces Evelyn to look, and Evelyn begins to believe that nothing in life matters as humans are so insignificant. The pair are only able to take solace in a universe where life never emerged and they are sentient boulders. After coming to agree with Jobu that there is no purpose to life, Evelyn begins destroying her relationships in the various universes she is connected to. In her home universe, she signs Waymond's divorce papers, refuses to turn in her taxes, causing Deirdre to come with the police to possess the laundromat, and smashes the windows of the laundromat. Jobu explains that by going through the center of the bagel, it will end her existence on all planes. She asks Evelyn to come with her and Evelyn agrees. However, before she does so, Evelyn hears Waymond's voice and teleports to the universe where she is a martial artist and she and Waymond didn't marry. Waymond explains that he believes Evelyn didn't marry him because she misconstrued his generosity as weakness. Instead, however, he says that being a loving person is how he finds meaning in the universe. This Waymond notes that he'd rather have lived a good life with Evelyn running a laundromat than the successful life alone that he lived.
The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.